Ironwood Games. This is Andrew. Welcome back to our Kaldheim quick draft with this black-red deck. We are 1 and 2. If you did not watch the last game, I know our last video had 3 games in it. If you didn't watch that last one, I would highly recommend it. It's a very good lesson in patience that I definitely need to learn, and I'm continuing to improve in. So once again, this is our kind of our black-red deck. We've got some early removal and things. We want to get into the late game with Dogged Pursuits and Cinderheart Giant to go over the top. And that we've done fairly well. The deck's played well. We've made a couple of mistakes ourselves. That game 3 was, I won't ruin it if you haven't watched it, but I'm still not quite over it. I know I'm going through all the things I did. In my head we were letting the amount of advantage our opponent was racking up kind of get to us, and we may have misplayed. I'm going to go back and watch it in a little bit when I'm kind of clear-headed and have a chance to just look at it independently. I'm going to keep this. This looks good. We've got a turn 2 play. We've got some foretells. Excuse me, which we can do. So we can foretell, and then have a couple of and that works out nicely with this if we played black. What I think we'll do is we will foretell here. We'll play Sulfurous Mine tapped next turn. Foretell here, and then on turn 4 we'll play Bloody Berserker as our first spell. We'll cast the Dwarven Reinforcements as our second spell to get advantage on him. This Trader's Helm definitely could be some other options. We're gonna go with that strategy though. I think that's still the best set of plays. Is to next turn play out our 4th land, Bloody Berserker as our first spell, Dwarven Reinforcements as our second spell. We'll have 3 creatures on board. Yeah, he's going to get some drain off of that, but then we're pretty much quickly going to blank him and his board here. So let's do that. Bloody Berserker, Dwarven Reinforcements. He's now with 3/3, which is going to be really good. We can Haggy Mob just to make damage a little bit trickier. We can... Oh, sure. Okay, so the 4/4, that's a good card for that. Do I want to double block? Since I have a 5/4 coming up, no. I think we're gonna trade here, and we're gonna take the 4. Since I've got things I can do to attack back, this with the drain does kind of bother me. Lets me do this. He can decide if he wants to try and save it. Yeah, that's fine. It'll come back. So here we can Jarl, Trader's Helm, we can Haggy Mob, or we can Carfell Kittlemeister, which is what I'm going to do because it blocks the Death Knell Berserker. It lets us turn these guys into indestructible powerhouses, which lets us swing for 7 brings this game back into a reasonable range here. And I can threaten to block here. We still have, in a future turn, both of these. If he doesn't attack, we can attack into it and have all sorts of options that kind of ruin our opponent's day. Now here I'm just gonna take the 4 because if he has some kind of trick, which is very likely, I don't need to that. Otherwise he still gets the, was it a 2/2 zombie? Yeah, and that's fine. Let him build up his board. Here, this is interesting in that we can Fearless Pup and Jarl still. If I had one more land, we would have Haggy Mob. We'd have all of these options. Because of that, what we're going to do is we're going to put this guy out. We're going to equip it here. We're going to next go to attacks. All attack. This is 10. And he's got 9 here, but he can't afford to have us pump and not block. And then we will Jarl to save our character. These are going to trade, that's fine. And then we'll put our Tormentor's Health here. Just again to threaten the block here. And I think we're in a pretty good spot. Sure, he's going to build out his board. We're also going to build out our board. Because I don't have anything here, I think we just want to keep our... We're a little bit light on life. Duskwielder does present a pretty big problem. Haggy Mob with Crush the Weak lets us do some tricky things next turn that our opponent might not be expecting. That's fine. Can we do all of these? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do all of these. We would lose our Bloody Berserker bonus. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll move this here. And then we'll just attack with 1. If he wants to double, that's fine. We'll take out one of the big guys. Yep, we'll take out your big guy. And next, I think we'll foretell that. Play a Fearless Pup and put a Helm on the pup. As a first striker, now he's threatens lethal to the Death Knell Berserker. So he's got one card in hand. What am I worried about? +3/+3? I don't know all of the tricks here. I'd rather not lose my Hagi Mob. I don't think there's a +4/+4, so I think this double block is gonna definitely kill it. And he could have maybe a Jarl or something. That's fine. You get your 2/2. I'm not worried about that. We're going to send 2 attackers in. We'll get another blocker. Yeah, I'm going to move this here just in case he somehow manages to kill it. We do get the 2/2 out of it. It blocks fairly nicely against our board here. That costs 3, but that's fine. We could wipe his board with a Crush the Weak. Will we also wipe our board? Okay, and he's just gonna decide that he's had enough. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to think through it. Your opponent decides that he's had enough before I have to make decisions. Alright, sorry about that. Cell phone's always trying to blow my nose a little bit, and it was right in the mic. Alright, so we are back to 2/2. Let's go for one more. Only got time for one more. We are meeting Marcus here to record some other things here in a minute. While this is interesting, I don't think this is a very good keep. We flood out, and this does nothing for us. This is a better keep. I think we send the Giant to the bottom, although we could send a Swamp to the bottom. Yeah. In that we've got a Foretell, so even if we don't draw the land for turn 3, we are on the draw as well. So we've got a very similar setup to last time. However, we don't have all the land. So if we draw 2 lands a turn, we can do the same kind of Foretell. Finn is really good. So I think, though, Finn is, as a 1/3, is not going to bother us enough. I'll put the Wither Crown on him. At some point, maybe, when we can use it as part of another, trick. Now that's going to be problematic. I think we're just going to play... This is definitely going to be a challenge here. A 2/4 doesn't do anything. Yeah, we're gonna, or the 2/2 doesn't do anything. The 2/4, we're gonna use our mana wisely here. This is a really bad start versus our opponent. We're gonna try not to die to poison. The poison doesn't really bother me. It being a 2/2 definitely gets us half our life there. With the poison makes it problematic. Yeah, land destruction here is not going to be fun when we're light on lands and he's making some gold, kept us off our black. We can foretell, and that's about all we can do. We'll attack because we're not going to block. We're going to take some hits. He's doing great on lands. The land destruction usually not a great strategy, but works really well here against us on a slow start. And our opponent able to build a board and build up some poison and hit us for some damage. So we're gonna stay back on the defense. He's running through his hand pretty quick. If we can stabilize, we might be able to come back and make a convincing show of this. We have to double, we might even triple block the Fangbearer if he attacks with it. If he doesn't, that's fine. Does he have any creature cards in his graveyard to do that with? No, he does not. Do we double block here just to keep the board a little clearer? Yes, we do. Yeah, sure. Squash is good. You got us. That's why I said we were going to triple block against Finn the Fangbearer. And now we are... destroying that swamp was really good for our opponent. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're not gonna block. To take this, go to 8, and we're pretty dead next turn. Even if we manage to draw a swamp, yeah, or a tapped swamp, even better. Even if we could manage to draw a swamp, we could put Wither Crown on the Fangbearer, right? Or we could poison the Cup. We probably would poison Cup the Fangbearer just to get him out of the way. And of course, he's going to have some kind of recursion on that. Keep back our Infernal Pet to block something, and then have to, yeah, do some more. But I think this is going to be it. Well, we can chump the Fangbearer, of course. Oh, it gives it trample. Okay, so that was the play there. I wasn't sure why he put everything there, but he got trample. He did it. We lost. That one I'm going to have to go back and look at. Again, I don't know if it's just a poor matchup, we kept a bad hand, or he had a really good start. Dangerous Dirk, good job. Well, that's going to be our last loss in this quick draft. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. We'll claim our prizes. Look at that. All right. Thanks, guys. Until next time, keep it real. Have a good one.